Hey, Nerdlocker.com here. We've got some comic reviews for you.
Favorite day of the week.
Yes, check them out.
What's up, nerds? Brandon here, and I got to read Batman Incorporated #1. I've been waiting a while to see the continuation of this series from the last Batman Incorporated. It is written by Grant Morrison, who I absolutely love. It's really cool because, I've been so just into this Scott Snyder Batman that it's kind of cool to see Grant Morrison back with his own Bat title, with writing in the absolutely oddball, crazy way that he does. You got Batman and Robin, who's Damian, and they are tracking down Leviathan, who from the last story arc, we found out it was Talia al Ghul, and there was a bounty on Robin's head. He kind of Tarantino's this issue. Starts out a month. The first 2 pages are a month before, I guess, the ending of this. So, I don't know. I'm really on board. This was awesome. I can't wait to see how this goes. I know it's going to be 12 issues, and I'm sure every issue is going to be awesome. So I'm giving this 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. Next up, I got to read Amazing Spider-Man 686. This is the end of the world story going on right now with them. Doc Ock is dying, and he's decided to hold the world ransom. The Avengers have been kidnapped, so the last couple issues have been Spider-Man with Silver Sable and the Black Widow. It looks like they fail. Some things happen. Things aren't really what they seem, especially with who he ends up fighting in this issue. An unlikely alliance kind of gets made, and it's a pretty big ending with a new Sinister Six. You'll see them, though, if you read this. This is really good. I can't wait to see how this story ends. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. Lastly, I got to read The Flash, #9. We get to see Flash face off with Gorilla Grodd for the first time in this new 52. Flash kind of doesn't know who he is for most of the issue. His mind kind of goes blank when he leaves the Speed Force. We keep going back into the Speed Force to see Iris West and the people she is with trying to get out of the Speed Force or even realize where they're at. This issue felt a little rushed, just a little bit, because I was kind of expecting this Grodd feud to go maybe a couple issues. This is all you see of him in this. I mean, I'm sure we'll see more down the line, but I would have liked if they dragged it out just maybe another issue or so, but still a really good read. I'm giving this 3.5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. Pick it up.
So Chew #26 came out this week. As you all know, this is one of my favorite titles. This one kind of takes it in a whole new direction. It starts off the new Space Cakes arc, and it includes the entire Chew family. So it's really interesting. The art is always great, and it's always a nonstop treasure trove of things you can find throughout the issue, from little things hinting at the show Fringe to jabs at Robert Kirkman. It's just fun all the way around. I'm going to give this book 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. So Mind Management #1 came out this week. Not a lot of people would know that book, but it is written by Matt Kindt, one of my favorite graphic novelists. He wrote a book called Revolver, which is really good. You all should check it out. I love the way Matt Kindt writes. He's able to move a story along in a very interesting way. The characters always have this inner monologue that they go through, and it really moves the story along well. This book is about Amnesia Flight 815. Basically, a plane goes up with a whole bunch of people, and somewhere along the way, everyone lost their memory. Really cool story. The mystery is just plaguing me right now. And furthermore, there's one person from the flight manifest that is just completely missing. I really want to see where this book is going. I am interested in reading it in one collected edition form, but the single issues is really working for me. I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 Nerd Skulls.
Hey guys, this is Haley with my review of True Blood #1, and if you read the original graphic novel of the first collection of the True Blood series, you were probably as turned off by the whole idea of True Blood comics as I was. And to be honest, this one isn't that much better. They got a little bit better at writing the characters more like themselves, but it's still nothing that I would really recommend. I'm going to give it 2 just because it wasn't quite as bad, but yeah, 2 Nerd Skulls. Hey, I've got a review of No Place Like Home #4, and this is my first time reading the series, and it was really interesting. I was really happy with their take on The Wizard of Oz. I thought it was interesting that because they didn't really do a modern retelling, that just kind of seemed to give little hints in there of the story, which I really liked. Like, if you know the story, you get it. It's very subtle, which is what was really interesting about it. The story was great. I really was intrigued by the characters. I thought they were very well written and very refreshing. So I'm going to give it 5 Nerd Skulls.
All right, guys, Scubby here with my comic reviews this week. I got to read Ultimate Comics X-Men number 12. And I gotta say, I was very, very intrigued in this book. First off, the artwork is amazing in this book. It's one of my favorite artists right now. He has a very cool style. It looks very kind of anime-ish, but keeps a very comic book flair to it. It doesn't go too crazy into stylized features and angular faces. It's there, but it's not too much. With the story though, I've been a little off the story. I don't really know exactly what's going on, but I do see that there's some crazy big villains being introduced. This is the first time I see them. I don't know if they've been around already, but I'm checking them out for the first time, and I gotta say, it's a very interesting way to introduce them. I'm intrigued, like I said, but I don't know where it's going. It looks nothing like I know. So I'm totally down to read this more. I completely suggest it to you. If you love X-Men, if you love a good, interesting take on the X-Men, this is it right here. I'm giving this 3 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. I got to read Aquaman number 9 as well this week, and I gotta say, I love this book. Again, it's a Jeff Johns book, so I'm always gonna love it. It's kind of bad for me to say because I'm really biased towards him, but unbiased, this is just a good comic book. Great artwork, it's very consistent, and it doesn't really show a lot of lagging in terms of Ivan Reis being stretched out too much. I mean, he's really putting his all into this book, and it's not letting up at all. It really shows well that he can do a big title book and really just master that art, master that character, master all its backgrounds and its side characters too. I really love the direction they're taking this in. Black Manta, giving a little more information on him since the relaunch. He's the big bad guy. He's done some crazy stuff to Arthur in the past. I hope they keep having him really mess with Arthur's life. And Aquaman's just cool, and he's like killing dudes and like not telling people don't kill dudes, but they're like, you know what, I'm gonna kill dudes anyway. You're Aquaman, I know you're cool, but I'm gonna kill him anyways, I don't care. So it's awesome, it's a cool, fun comic book adventure. I'm giving this 4 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. All right, guys, Cubby here. I got to read Youngblood number 71. Okay, if you've watched Nerdlocker before, you know I hate Rob Liefeld. I cannot stand his art. You're a great dude, man, but you've done some great stuff for comics in terms of Cable and Deadpool. Things I will thank you for every day. But your artwork sucks. Sorry, it just sucks. Your storytelling in this book, I'm sorry, scripter guy, whatever, it's not that great. And your robot really sounds like a robot, and it's not like, oh man, he really sounds like a robot. It's really real. It's like he sounds like a robot that takes me out of the book. It's not good. It's not good. The only reason I read this was because it had a Chris Russo cover. He's my favorite artist, and he should probably have done the interiors as well. There's a lot of really weird facial features, a lot of facial construction that doesn't make sense. Eyes are really tiny, glasses are really weird. Old fat dudes wear skinny jeans to work. That doesn't make sense, and it looks weird, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna give this book 1 Nerd Skull, and that's me being generous.
So that's our comic reviews for the week. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and go to nerdlocker.com. I'm Bobby.
And I'm Brandon. See you next week.